Alright guys, welcome back. It is Saturday morning and it's kind of cool this morning. I had to heat up the shop a little bit. It's down in the 30s and yesterday started out in the 70s and went downhill from there. Had a lot of rain yesterday, so I didn't get out here and do nothing, but got this looking pretty good. I'm gonna have to go back and touch it up once I get it mounted. Missed a few little spots that just in a weird spot, but anyway, got these all painted up, looking pretty good. So I went ahead and got started looking at some of this hardware I got the other day, and had two bolts, different size. They were the same size but different lengths, different colors. I figured out they go in this bracket right here. The black bolt is a little longer than the silver one. So we gotta get that. I'm gonna just loosely mount it right now. Then we gotta get our little skid over here. It's on the shelf, and try to get it on. I ordered some more bolts from Fastenal. Had to order them online, and they're coming from Minnesota. And the ones I ordered fit these holes here in the back of these shields, these skids, because I hadn't got any, but they look like this. They're small. I think they're 10 millimeter, and they wasn't expensive. They were like 89 cents, but then ordered 20 of them, so I'd have some extras, and shipping was like 10 bucks. So ended up paying almost as much as shipping as it cost me. So I got looking at what they give me. They gave me 4 of these. I told them I needed 10 and had 6, but I actually needed more than 10. So I'm gonna be too short. And of course these go on them. Actually, these lock nuts is what I should have used instead of those nuts I had that are flanged. And then of course the bolts I ordered go on this back part here, and they go down and lock into these little squares. The main thing today is to get this skid plate on, and then we'll probably be about ready to hook it up. But I've got to get that little gearbox thing. It ain't really a gearbox, it's just a shaft, and I got to do some painting on these, clean them up good. Got a station set up to paint, and it's got to get warmed up a little bit more. It's supposed to be in the 60s today, so I'm hoping by this afternoon I can do some painting. And I got to get these blades off. I didn't get me no new blades because these are not in bad shape, and they are. You can flip them over and use the other side. But these nuts, as you can see, they're starting to round over. This wore right here, and it really needs to have a bead of weld around that to build it back up. You can see it's even worse over here. Maybe you can see, I don't know. Hard to see in this camera, but anyway, that should be like this, and it's not. It's almost wore slap out right there. So they need some welding done on them, but I'm kind of scared to, because these nuts have a pretty good sized flange on them. It's kind of like, well, it ain't a flange, it's more like a built-in washer on these nuts. And there's hardly no clearance in this little circle to get this washer in. So if I accidentally put too much weld on this, I won't be able to get my nut owner off. So I probably won't fool with them. I might just end up replacing them on down the road. I can get by another season or two with them. I had to replace this one year before last, I believe. And it might have been last year I replaced it. I can't remember. Now this one is a newer style. It goes on a newer model. And say it comes with a little washer to pick it up a little bit, but you can see where the grass is cut it, but it's still in good shape. So I'm thinking might end up going with this style versus that style, which is more rounded. This is more flat, and as you can see, I guess the top area is pretty close to the same. I don't know exactly why that's got a spacer. Come with a spacer though. So first thing is I gotta get these off, and that's an 18 millimeter, so I've got to find an 18 millimeter socket. So let's get busy with that. Alright guys, well guess what, I found those other two bolts, and now I think I've got enough to put all the shields on except for the back bolts. Got all my blades out, got them ready to wire wheel and paint after a while. I got these rock guards put on, and now we are almost ready to start putting this shield on. Yeah, well, I've been looking at this thing, and unfortunately I ain't got the hardware I need. These two bolts here is the same as the ones that goes in the back of those skids. The ones I ordered from Fastenal will be in next week. And these bolts right here are the exact same bolts, and it takes two of them, so I need 4 of those bolts just to bolt that skid on. Excuse the cows. I went and got me some 3/8 bolts. They're a little longer than what I needed. I probably didn't need about that much cut off, but we'll see how it works. And now I'm just going to leave these kind of loose. Find what to do with those. This should just slip into place. Get the nut started here. I'm going to have to figure out some way of supporting this one. These bolts are so long. I have to support it with my knee. Right now I'm going to just put down a couple of non-locking bolts on. Get over here and these bolts. That bolt's gonna be way too long. I hope y'all can see this bracket has got to go on here on this side. Fortunately, I don't know exactly how it goes. Pretty sure it goes like that. think that other piece ties in up here, so what I probably end up having to do for the time being is just leave it loose. Tighten these bolts up. Now, I got some locking nuts, nylon tip locking nuts for these. Didn't get any washers though, I should have. Right here. Actually, I wonder if this little short one I got will work better. Right here. Using that old long one. Short. And this thing's got a lot of adjustment. So I might have to loosen them up and adjust this shield, this side to side, depending on what it looks like when I get that other piece on here. Oh, so this is what I'm talking about. Just ain't really got a whole lot of room in here. You got a lot of adjustment. And this, I'm thinking, goes on there like that. I ain't really sure. I won't be sure until I get this other piece on here. I'm thinking it ties into this right here. But I've got to get that big piece up first before I can put it on, because it attaches to it too. Alright guys, well, I got my mom to come out here and help me. We got this thing on. Unfortunately, for some reason, I still got dirt in this thing. This bottom bolt here on the cross thread, so I put a little shorter bolt in. I don't understand why it was cross threaded. The rest of the three lined up great. And I noticed that this bar is bent. Apparently, I must have bent it again after I straightened it out the first time. You see it bent? So I mean, it's back a good. It should be right directly over those spindles, and I would say it's at least 6 inches back at the end down here. And since I welded these panels in, I suspect it'd be a pain in the butt to try to bend this thing back. It probably wouldn't bend here. So it's subject to be like that. Unfortunately, there's no easy way of bending this thing, straightening it out. I had to get it up against a telephone pole the last time. But now, once I get this little bit of dirt in here blowed out. And I got a few touch-ups to make because we dropped it. She didn't have a good hold on it, and I went and put a bolt in that fell off and hit that spindle. So if we get that done, we'll be ready to put this other piece here on, and then we'll get the hats painted, put on, and the blades, and then the rock guards. So it's coming together, and I hope to have it done by this evening. I won't have the paint done, but still like all that. But yeah, we can go ahead and get it ready to put back on the frame part of it, and then I'll take that little gear box off, and we'll go through it and just be waiting on hardware to finish it up. So next will be this piece. I've been rambling, but yeah, I'm gonna have to take them brackets off. I'm gonna have to make a bracket. So I guess we're gonna put that in another video. This one's probably long enough, and hopefully the next video will be installing this one and finishing up with everything else, and be ready to hook it back up to the mower. Thanks for watching.